Boom. Hey guys, hello, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. You recall last time, we're still on Edgeworth's case, and we got a bit lost, and I know I have to do something with the old guy, don't know what, but here we are, and I know, I said it, the plan today was, you heard me, it was, to do Limbus Company right, but the update comes out tomorrow, so the half chapter comes out tomorrow, so couldn't do it. Okay, we done every dialogue, we examined every area, so it has to be one of these. Hi, dying, nice to meet ya. Hey turtles, welcome back though. And why are you dying? You're still getting back pain now, is that it? Now listen to your keys and remember the tricolor. Oh, don't know, maybe this. You're back. I mean, as I said, if it persisted through a day, you should probably get it checked out, man. Could be, I mean, sure, you could have slipped disc or whatever, or you have like some improper thing, but either way, it should really get checked out, man. You have a disease, oh, you figured it out. Did you get a checkup or something then? You figured out what was the problem? So I'm pretty surprised you came so quick, man. Normally it takes a lot longer. It'd be different in America. Let's see, attorney's badge. Here we go, maybe this. How about this one? Not a lawyer's badge. Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. Finally. Okay, we figured out what we needed to do. I get it. Huh. Hey, yep. Now I got you figured out now. You went to the doctor, gotcha. You're not Keith. Then Nick. Now the chance to clear things up. Sir. No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night. Please help us. A lawyer, huh? What Ace Attorney is this? It's, episode 4, After Powers, when, Mr. Edgeworth was, framed or whatever. And, hey turtles, is it an incurable disease or is it a manageable one? Hopefully manageable. Please, mister. Alright, I'll help. But on one condition. What's that? When this case is over and done, you'll run the wet noodle. Oh, it's curable. That's good. What was it if you don't mind me asking? Or what was the problem? Can't promise that. I can't make that promise. Is that it? Is that any way to treat your old man? Bah, you ought my help, come to the wrong man. Uh-oh. Now he's grumpy. Not to mention he still thinks we're his kids. Maybe we should just lie and say we'll run a shop. Okay, we promise. And there we go. Nick, are you sure about this? You don't remember, Well, is the disease deadly? Is it deadly? And, is it deadly and what part of the body does it affect? Like, what's actually hurting here? Is it actually just the back? Is it muscle or, what is it? Nick, are you sure about this? Does it require surgery? I hope not. Because surgery is, oh, surgery is pretty bad. Even minor ones are pain, I tell you, man. Nick, are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this case solved. You don't know. Someone wasn't paying attention. What? Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? I guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait, didn't I just say... You too, Meg. Yes. Yeah. You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know. Now, what was that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello, hello, Squawk. Huh. Man, oh no, if I were in your shoes, I would have definitely listened intently. I would have been the type to, like, you know, listen, okay. Then I start searching it up and stuff online, like when I get back home. Stuff like that. Like when my lymph nodes were the size of ping pong balls. Man. Doctors never figured out what it was though. I tried figuring it out. I personally think it was an immune system problem. With my tonsils probably, were always inflamed and stuff like that. Because they also started to... Because now they're back to normal once I got my tonsils removed. Nope. I feel like it probably was the tonsils, but hey, I'm happy. They aren't big anymore. Brr. Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? All you know is it's not deadly, and it's... Well, hey, you also know it's curable. So all in all, I'd say that's pretty good then. I'd say that's pretty good. You know it's not deadly, and you know it's curable, so hey. Well, guess that if you can... That's if you can cover treatment, hopefully you can, hopefully. Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us, Oh, no! No! Oh, no. Go to sleep. Oh, no, man. Please tell me. Gotta find out what it is. Maybe this one here. Go to sleep. Trial and error, trial and error. We'll get it eventually here. Just a lot of heckin' trial and error. Yep, now I've seen this. You know something about this, sir? Keith. Yes? It's okay. You can call me Dad. Dad, you know something about this? Yep. The other night, out on the lake. Yes. I know all about that. I seen it. What? Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose. Since you're taking over the shop and all. Oh, how many of these do I have to do? Human? What about human? Nope. This may be. What about human? This guy's very annoying. We don't know what he wants. Is it? No. Miss it? No. We have to go down the line here. You know about Gordy? Nope. Derek. Isn't that a company? Isn't Derek a company? I think it is, I don't really know, but pretty sure it is. There we go, okay, this works as well. What you saw, here we go. Let me guess, you have to talk to Polly again. I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night, yep. It was after midnight, but okay. Then I heard this bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another one. Bang. A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself, yup. What did he say? Yup. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, promise. You need to know earlier than that. You know what? Hey, Little Terry was just here. Terry? Yep. That kid next door. He always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers growing out of his face. He must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful information from this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh wait, I have one more question. Huh. Polly, have we forgotten something? Walk. Don't forget DL6. Walk. Uh-huh. What did she just say, Nick? One more time, Polly. Don't forget DL6. Walk. What? The DL6 incident? Hey, mister. I mean, Dad. This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Yeah. How would that bird know about DL6? We have to figure out who that old man is. Oh, what? He locked the door from the other side. Who could that old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. Ah, great. More and more questions to go about. You haven't heard that so many times. Let's see here, Criminal affairs, here we go. Hey pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, I wanted to ask you something. Yeah. Look here. You know the boat rental shop down at George Lake? Oh yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Oh, how'd you? That was supposed to be top secret. Do you know who that old man is, Detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lottahart yesterday and asked for who he is. We have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. The DO6 incident, here we go. I keep freezing. Man, as I said, if I keep freezing, it's probably on your end, because, on my end, everything's fine. At least everything's looking pretty fine here. It isn't showing any dropped frames or stuff like that, so I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Think you know you. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. We need to know about that. We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file, so I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. Oh, bloody gosh darn it, man. Fine. What's that? A parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. Why do you call Richard Gumshoe Richard? Oh, don't you know? Back in the old day, back in the olden days, right? His name right now. Dick is usually a short name for Richard or whatever. Richard was their actual name, then they'd be called Dick, and that's basically how it was. So I call him Richard instead. The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident. That incident? DL6. What? Polly, have we forgotten something? Walk. Don't forget DL6. Walk. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, What if? What if that old man was connected to DL6? Nick, you think he might be? I get ya. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there's the station's record room. Through there, the station's records room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Alright, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick. To the records room. I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. Glad that was the right call. To the record room. December 26th, Police Department, records room. There we go. Wow, it's amazing. Dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find that DL6 stuff quick. 15 years ago. Both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6. Nick, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file. Okay, summary 1. Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary. Right. Summary. Found it. Here you go, December 28, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. In 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. Right here. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. Wow, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours. 5 hours. That would be scary like that, in the dark. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors. One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. But Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. Victim data. Do you have data on the victim? Edgeworth's father. Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 75, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court, and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles Edgeworth, of course, yep. So he was in the elevator with his father. That would suck, man. Aye. From the angle of the wallet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Boat, they say they heard 2 shots, but 3 were used. Huh. It sounds just like this current case. What's going on here? Well, we'll figure it out sooner or later. Here are files of collected case reports, as there's quite a large volume of reports here. Wow, these are all case reports. Yeah, it's like a graveyard of police cases. I guess my sister's case report is in here too, quietly gathering dust. There are shelves stuffed with case files in the back of the room too. Forgotten cases rotting away for eternity. Nick, let's get what we need and get out of here. All this dust is getting to me. It looks like there are files inside that glass case. If I had to guess, the bookworks guy is probably, the security guard or whatever. This third guy who was in the elevator, he looked like a guard. It looks like there are files inside that glass case. The case is so dusty I can't see what's inside. Nick, it's locked. And that's probably why Edgeworth was there. The DL6 incident file is gonna be, you know, over soon, right? So he wanted to get the old man to confess already. Yeah, probably. They must keep important case files in there. Yep. Suspect data. Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. Oh, that's clerk. I thought it was officer. Never mind. So he must have been the third person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it, but he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. Hammond, the victim in our case. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived. So much so, he had brain damage. Yep, it probably was him. Yanni Yogi probably is the old man. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? He may be closer than we think. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth, I don't know. Nick. Hey, Turtles. Hey, Turtles. Oh, yep. Okay, are we going to take the whole file? There's too much, we'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? EL6 case file and add it to the court record. Oh. Crap, I can't remember all this information. Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now, all that's left is a trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. Or Dad. If we continue, okay, time for trial. I swear, better not make me have to fail on purpose this time again. Because then I try like every single option trying to get it right, and then you can't get it right, and you're like, oh man, why can't I do it? December 27, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statement, so... not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Sounding good. Aye. Order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statements just now? Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Well, we actually know who he is. He's Yanagi. Yanagi, what's it? Witness, take your profession. This is... I am the proprietor of the restaurant, The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. Hey, Shallow, welcome back. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. And I, also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop. You were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Savior. Ready an objection. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Oh man. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Why are you cheating, Turtles? And also, nice to meet you, cheating. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure, Yep. What do you mean? My, memory. Your Honor. The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. Can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear this testimony then, shall we, witness? The night of the murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yep. Incorrect. What? Well, wait a second here. Just after midnight, huh? Well, Turtles, if you don't like your significant other, better to break up than cheating. Cheating is a scummy thing to do, man. Very scummy. Good night. The 24th, just wait, does night? I mean, the night of the 24th is that right? Just after midnight for the 25th, I think, right? Whatever. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Hey up. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. But yeah, if a relationship is working out, better just break it off. Better to just break it off than to cheat. Unless you want to stoop to their level, you know. Stooping to their level. Or stooping even lower than their level. Cheating is real crappy. Scum behavior. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes. Mr. Wright. Well, of course I'm gonna cross-examine this guy, man. Cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. He's not too happy. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma. Aha, not 3 minutes. 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take your time. You may cross-examine the witness. Okay, well, pick on the most important part here. I need to press here. By your window. Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was a defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Huh. Well. Yeah, that's, You're gonna leave Turtles? Okay, have a good one, man. Have a good one. Hmm. 24th, just after midnight, it lines up. Lines up. Might come back. Gotcha. Empty lake. See, I want to try something here. But I'm not sure how well it's going to work here, huh? Just after midnight, but there was another bang before that. Before that there. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him, and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yep. See. Continue. Push here. Where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. I want to try something that may not work, because I have an idea. Hey, see, I really want to bring this up, right? There was an empty lake taken automatically on 12/24 at 11:50, which means that there was a bang at 11:50, which means that... Can't do it. Fine. I tried, but it's... Oh, whatever. The boat just floating on the lake. Oh, man. Fine. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there, I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there, yep. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yep. At the time, that is. At the time. Then I heard another bang. We pressed on everything here. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's what Lana said in her testimony yesterday. But here, fired 3 times. But they didn't add it, whatever. Just about then the boat comes back and Mom, yay. I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Uh-oh. His dad. That's Sergeant Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. On karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick, or this trial is going to be over. Well, either I don't raise an objection and get screwed, or I raise an objection. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Okay. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? Hey, Shadow. Nothing much is happening now. How about yourself, man? You doing good? In the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand. Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. You're sick. Well, that sucks, man. Hopefully it's the type where you get over it pretty darn quick. There's some that, like, take forever to get better at. Or some takes, like, weeks or whatever to get not sick. While others are, like, a few days. Hopefully it's, louder. No, former. Hopefully it's a former. There we go. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? I'm objecting this objection. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie. Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Oh, Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please, can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. And now, the witness may leave the stand. That loose. Tomorrow's a day for Nimbus Company. True that, Kenny, true that. Oh, have a good one, Shadow. Bye-bye for you. I thought it was today. I was looking forward to it, and I'm like, oh, it's tomorrow. Oh, man. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. What do you think of the IDs? I think the IDs look pretty darn strong, not gonna lie. They look pretty darn strong. A whole ton of poise. I can actually make a poise team now. And they heckin' so many words in so many of the kits, man. And it all seems like you're supposed to fail his on purpose. I'm like, oy. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait. Who was that just now? Me. I thought Blade Lineage team is gonna destroy. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I probably won't use the 2 stars, but I'll try to make a poise team. Me. Oh. What? Larry. What are you doing here? This is one of the things that rubs me the wrong way with this game. There's some stuff where you have to fail on purpose to actually get further on. You don't know that you have to fail though, it doesn't tell you. But, you know, it was seeming like you kind of had to, so I didn't do it. What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park, the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But what, today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot, I heard it too. Okay, great. Order! Let's go. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So, you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience, listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Sure, I mean, I'm down. We kinda need it, so I'm not complaining. Order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my courtroom. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. Right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. Waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? Let's go. I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. You're gonna try using all the BL IDs, the Blade Lineage IDs, to see how they work together, so... Otis is def the weakest? I don't know. I'll probably put all Blade Lineage, like, on the team, right? But, I'll probably won't actually put them, like, on the playing or whatever. Just so you get all their passives or whatever, you know. Just get their passives. Should be pretty good. I just hope I have lucky with rolls. Because, like, I'm either going to get it at the very first one, or never going to get it. And I'm going to have to use sharding. I mean, like, sure, I could probably shard... I can shard roughly 2. Because I have, like, 560 boxes or whatever, right? But I really don't want to. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. December 27, 10:28 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Whew, that was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. We're getting a 3-star confirmed ticket because the anniversary event. I mean, wait, does it confirm when I say 3-star? Is it like a season 3-1? So like you probably aren't gonna get it, or is it like actually like a guaranteed 3-star ticket where you can use it on any banner, and then you can get it that way? Because one way is good, the other one's like, oh no. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. Yes. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Alright. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night. Yeah. Edgeworth. Huh. You say something right. Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there is something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. Oh no. Oh no. I see. Right. Yeah. This might be our chance. Our chance. But Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials. Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. Basically tells him what to say. And I don't like it. Just a basic 3-star 10 roll. Nice. Okay, so I can get one. Good. Hopefully I don't get another random one. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. So it says we'll get it the 27th. It's the official anniversary. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, well, at least it's during banner period, so not too bad. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? Yeah, no kidding. That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll make this one for all it. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now. December 27, 10:35 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. When Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. Oh, hi, Myri. Long time no see. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. How have you been doing? When Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. The night of the murder. That night, I was out in the boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. No worries, Myri. You probably had your own life stuff after all. Last time we talked, you had a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. Oh, hi, doing good. Nice to meet you. Yeah, yeah, sorry. Glad you're doing good though, man. Glad you're doing good now. If you're doing good, sounds like you're doing better. I'm so glad to hear it. So I quietly slipped the boat back at the rental shop dock. You've been very busy. Yeah, I can imagine. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. What is that? You're very crazy, yeah. I'm very crazy, nice to meet ya. What? I can't tell what that is. Well, my face is hanging out the screen and I still can't tell. I can count taking pixels though, man. Your body's so tired, huh? Let's see. Kinda looks like an ogre. An ogre, maybe. House looks strong too, giving a bunch of red plum blossoms. True that, Cooney. Probably gonna be like a bleed poise team. Anyways, that knife's out in the boat in the lake. I'll give her something as a matter. When I heard this bang. Let's press it here. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Yeah, let them get more info here. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order, order. Well, Mr. Boots. Whoa, whoa. You're assuming your powers have a limit? Yeah, hopefully. I mean, hopefully it has a limit. Well, actually, hopefully not. You're breakdancing, Mary. Good for you, man. Good for you. But yeah, Kenny, if there's no limit to crit, I mean, it could be pretty darn strong. I wouldn't be complaining. I'd be happy. You're blasting music in your eardrums. Well, don't do it too loud. Don't want to burst them. Pretty young after all. Be pretty bad to burst. So early. Everybody just calm down, okay? You might just connect it to a speaker. Maybe. I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay. No problem. That's just the most important part of this case. Go even more crazier. Yeah, if you want to have fun. Send help. Yeah, if you sent help, you'd have to go less crazy, so ain't that a problem? So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Single. Come, you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Well, Nick, it was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Save you for now. Let's see your You can use this here. Okay, now you can't hear. Yeah, you know, if you blast your eardrums, you're probably gonna get deaf a lot earlier than most people. True that. Whoa, wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang, you're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh. Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Anyways, gotta go now. Okay, have a good one, Myri. Have a good one. Huh. You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you got to treat me nice and stuff, okay? Your friends are here, huh? Bye-bye. Have a good one, Myri. Have a fun time with your friends. Gosh, Larry. Mr. Boots. What? You only heard 1 gunshot. Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Yeah, not sure. How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude. With my headphones. What? Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. Order, order, and stop that booing. Mr. Booth, you were listening to the radio with your headphones. Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion. Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Oh, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? I mean, we kind of need you to slip up and say something. Continue. I gotta get anything I can here, man. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Booth. Please give your testimony, and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, lawyer. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. But never heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all request show on the radio, see? I was listening to was a real booming loud like, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Oh. But Your Honor, the witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me, DJ. An announcer, the guy who sings on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talked between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Charade. Aha. But I'm sure you heard a gunshot. What was being said? What did she say? Oh, no, it's actually important. Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said to do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care, yeah. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if you don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Booth, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Which means it was before 12. What are you thinking here? Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard, but there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Oh, it's Christmas, here we go. Here we go. It would be helpful. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Remember that? Huh. What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Indeed it is. Order. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Boots' claim What do you think about Mr. Boots' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight. Yep. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. This is my evidence. The murder weapon. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Most of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot that we heard just before midnight. Yep. Order. I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimonies. Yep. Bah, you waste your time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something? I'm not risking it here. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Do you have evidence that proves there was a gunshot before midnight? Do you have evidence? I do. Do you have proof evidence? Do you have evidence that proves Mr. Boots wasn't just hearing things? Here we go. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads September 24, 11:50. Oh yeah. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture, Your Honor. The real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean, Your Honor? This photograph was taken by an automatic camera. The camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims. Perfect. Order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Oh, I better think of something quick. Oh. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. What's wrong, Nick? I have it. Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea that the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya? Yes, if we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Right, I mean, is this safe? They tried copying the incident of DO6. Right, I mean, is this safe? Safe. You've already gotten a guilty verdict. You have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything. If I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick? Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tisk. So, you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Montkarma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it. It is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0015, but Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are. Still Edgeworth and Hammond, we know it is. Now it's Edgeworth and Robert Hammond. Yep. Yes, I believe you are mad. That is exactly what I've been telling the court this whole time. You're agreeing with me, and yet, what did you just say? That Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before the shot on the boat. Yes, that's what I said. I was just testing you, Von Karma. Oh man. Mr. Wright. What if he picked up the gun? What was Hammond 12:15, so Hammond was already dead. They killed him before, wait, they killed him before dumped the body. Then he pretends to shoot him. Falls into the lake, swimmed off, gets swimmed off, pretend to be dead. Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Mr. Edgeworth. Here we go. Let's see. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's... Well, I'm gonna get evidence, I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know. Bah, again you waste my time. I don't know, because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? Oh man. There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? To the judge where the murder really took place. Crap. This is the boat dock. Sure, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Oh. Do you have proof that the boat shop? Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gord Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Saving you just in case, because I don't know. If they make us do crap, I want to be ready. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. And I bet you in the case... Oh, never mind. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then, who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? The boat shop caretaker. Of course, it was a murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes. Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness, yeah. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness. The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body. And he threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Good job, yay. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Okay. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said. Yes, well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important. I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What should I do? I'll find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. Search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Is it 1228, was it? I forget. December 27, 1:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah, well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony, still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth. Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. Well, what do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth, no. There's so little time left. I want to tell you, to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about? Edgeworth. It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. Crime you committed. Memory of a murder. To be continued. Yes, sir. Well, yeah, I want to save. I don't want to risk it. We're saving it 1 again. Haha. 7:27 to 11 p.m. Ready co-law offices. Here we go. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. He shoot his dad. No, we say he saw someone murder in front of him, so no way, right? Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life, never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling faint. Right on. Tell me the truth, it was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Uh-huh, me. Oh yeah, well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy, you guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Today's trial, Larry. You really helped us. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Ah, yeah, but seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick, I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two. Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Dick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me. Not me. Oh, but why you, Larry? Oh, actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Edgeworth. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Sorry, I kinda forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of third grade. I was on trial. A class trial. Class trial. If you remember, Larry, spring, end of third grade. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money. Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Oh, I see. Anyway, the kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it. Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day, we held a classroom trial, with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Guilty, it was you. Thief, give the money back. You're such a meanie. Don't play with him. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. We're not going to play with you anymore. Yeah, and no borrowing my eraser. You shouldn't be allowed in the relay race or in the library committee. Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you. Hey, did you rob the bank the other day? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. At the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs. Miles. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, and no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor. This boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Stupid teacher, man. Teacher's bad. Teacher's actually bad here. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. Wonder if the teacher did it. Why else would she blame a student after all, you know? That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Well, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone. Without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well... I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So, I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the boots. After the trial. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Aha. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right, I'm not sure. But the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, or covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict, anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied. You can tell his tune kinda changed though when he helped us with Mr. Powers' some case or whatever. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believed in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick. Nick, we have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right, it very well may be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. And settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. What evidence don't I no longer need? I think I have it all. Oh, except testimony for Larry. Hi Larry! Look, it's my lawyer badge. Woohoo, I was out there hot. Glad someone's happy about how this case is going. He seems too happy to care about anything I show him. Oh, fine. December 27th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room, Edgeworth. Look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Last trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers it. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? No, simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. I'm gonna show him the article and he's not gonna be happy. What's gonna happen? Why prosecute? Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. He said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes. The man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On the day 15 years ago. The 3 of us were trapped in the elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I lost a memory of the murder. Lost your memory. Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Prosecutor Von Karma. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So, he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life. He is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job. To find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now's the time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. I'm saving here because he's not gonna like what I'm about to do here. He's really not like what I'm about to do. It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow, on December 28th, statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence? But... even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry, man. Nick, no. Is that the photo of his father? Don't show him that. You're right. Now probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. Fine. What is it? Nothing. Huh? I wanted to see it, okay? Sorry. I'm sure I can help you with that. I kinda wanted to see him break down. But... oops, my bad. I mean, I was just kinda curious what he would say. My bad. 727, Police Department. I'm reading it again. Detective Gumshoe's out today. Gumshoe, he won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The bookshop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Good Lake, here we go. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up, I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come with me. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now, I'm off to catch me a criminal. Hold it up. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. Eek. No one can go into the woods today. The woods. Where Lana was camping. The woods are off limit to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lana is in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Fine. Larry! Huh. The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore! Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. I mean, you already knew where he was, but whatever. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem. I know the clearing of the throat anywhere. Ah, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Getting rid of evidence? September 27. But nobody's home. Hello, squad. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, squad. I can't believe she'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello, squawk. Can I use it now? That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 128, I'm right. Squawk. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. Sure, there isn't any money in there. Oh, but hey. Keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter. Oh, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise clue letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Oh. Edgeworth. Oh. Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get your revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Hauling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. Wow. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know. But it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. A letter from the safe added to the court record. Perfect. Enough. Wonder why the caretaker didn't take it with him. He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial. Bird. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly, he says I can't take you. Great. Now the bird's going to hate me. Oh, man. Yeah, we're showing this to Edgeworth right away. We found something. Edgeworth sees it's a letter. This came out of the safe. This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. There you go. Revenge on me. Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So, he was following this letter then, huh? Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get the revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says, this is your last chance. Last chance? Wait, maybe. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DO6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? You know who he is. Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi. The suspect in the DO6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Yanni Yogi. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. Knew it, huh? We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. It's a pretty cool courthouse though, looks pretty, I like it. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long. Felt like forever. The years in, and the darkness closed in on us in that tiny little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I say quiet! You're not making this any easier! I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen! Okay, oh no. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. Oh no. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. At the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Oh yikes. Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah. There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. Memory of a crime that I committed, a crime you committed, a memory of a murder, yep. I think the time has come to tell all. The nightmare. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? He killed his father, right? It's a dream about my father's killing, in the dark. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier! I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen! I can't breathe! You're using up my air! Oh, what? Stop breathing my air! Ow! I'll stop you! What? What are you? Stop breathing my air! No, father! He's attacking father! And I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In the days I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! Whoa! Whoa! I don't know what to say, man. And with that scream, I wake. The bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. The thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shout out their memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of the 06 incident. Of the 06, I shot my father. This is bad. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do. Like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about it... If there's someone else who knows a lot about the 06 incident, maybe. Goldberg, or whatever it's called. There is Nick. There is someone else who knows about the 06. Yep. Okay, we know who. Talk. Nothing. Grossberg, yeah, Grossberg, not Goldberg, my man. Sorry about that. Grossberg Law, here we go. Mr. Grossberg. Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. It's Mr. Edgeworth. Hee. I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled? Well. Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. No! I can't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Gregory Edgeworth, what do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister. Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. And that's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost, and died in despair, as it were. I see. Spirit medium. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on the spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I'm Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us, yep. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see, yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony. That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son. It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Ah, yeah. Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. His own sake. He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. You'll understand soon. Enough. Wait, what is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Hey, gamer. Manfred von Karma. Hope you're doing well, gamer. Manfred von Karma. Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma. Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Von Karma. Oh, wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. You had 2 weird interactions at a trampoline park before. Huh, why was that? What did you do, gamer? What did you do? What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct. Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Gregory Edgeworth. He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what would have become of Von Karma were he alive. Maybe this incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see the completion of not 1, but 2 trials, all thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damage that the L6 incident has done will never be eased. I see. Revenge, yeah. No, wrong one. I was hoping that maybe we could say that Mr. Von Karma. You know it's Von Karma, I want to know. Let's see, it's the same person actually, so I'm on a beam over foam cubes and I was getting ready to battle a friend that was there with me, and this random girl says, how old are you? I say, insert age here, and they say, I want to get with... Looked at me, they're like, oh, hell no. Hey, I mean, hey, take it as a compliment at least, it means you're good enough looking, right? Short story, same person looked at my... You're wearing sweatpants, I see, I see. Well, Hey, you got catcalled as a dude. Hey, you got catcalled as a dude, I guess. On a less weird note, I almost got stuck doing an obstacle course. Yeah. Well, hope the obstacle course was fun, man. Oh, nope. But yeah, I mean, I guess you got catcalled. How did it make you feel? Prosecutor Von Karma. That's what I messed up on. I haven't catcalled before too, man. It's like, oh, okay, sure. Bit weird, but hey. It is what it is, alright. At least take it as a compliment, means they're good enough looking, right? Prosecutor Von Karma. If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Like you were swinging on these rings and I stepped, and you couldn't reach the other ring, so I'm dangling over a ball pit. I'm gonna right myself up. By my right leg staying... Wait. You reach the other ring, so I'm dangling over a ball pit by my right leg saying I'm stuck. I'm freaking stuck. You got on stick by pulling myself up and landing in the ball pit. At least you landed. Care not to get pink eye though. This place's ball pits are known for getting pink eye. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. Oh, but how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. Like you pulled yourself up and just dropped myself in the ball pit, yeah. Obstacle courses are kind of fun though, at least. It wasn't deep like 3 feet actually. Oh, so if you were taking a fall, it actually would probably hurt. That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is most persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. Gregory versus Manfred. Yeah, it was 3 feet, and you're 5'2", yeah. You know, I feel like stuff like that should probably be deeper, you know. It was at the level to where 3 feet isn't bad of a fall. Like you fall and nothing happens, okay. Oh, at least it wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. Let's see, Gregory versus Manfred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But hey, sounds like you had mainly fun though. Well, other than that weird stuff that happened. Probably had a fun time, right? But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence, and though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence, yeah. Never knew your height until I played a game that said stand like a T, and I did it, and it said you must be 5'2". Oh wow. I think I'm like 5'10" or whatever. I'm like 5'10" away. I'm like 5'10", at least I'm not super short. I'm short but not that short, you know. 5'10", pretty short but not that short. Yeah, so whatever. It's fine. It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. What do you mean you're almost your height? It's like 8 inches off, man. 8 inches off, that's a pretty big difference when it comes to height. It's like... How much is a foot? How many inches in a foot? 12, right? So... That's like half. Maybe like 15 centimeters? No, probably like 20 centimeters or something. 20 centimeters, which is pretty large. But it's 12 inches, yes, yeah. You're probably like 20 centimeters shorter. 5'2". But hey, you're a kid, so you have some growing to do. You have a lot of growing to do. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation. Yes, an unusual event for the man. You haven't told me your age before, man. You haven't told me your age before, but how you act and the stories you've told me. It's pretty obviously you're a kid, you know. Pretty obvious you're still a kid. So obviously you have time to grow. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? More like almost an adult. Really? Gotcha, so you're like... Gotcha. Nah, that's... Look. 14's a heckin' kid, man. 14's like really a kid. Not almost an adult. 4 years away is not almost an adult. 1 year away, like 17, almost an adult. 4 years away, no. Child, that's like child territory, man. That's child territory. That is not almost an adult. No, nowhere even close to almost an adult, man. It's not even close. Ay. Because if you think about it this way, man. Adult. Oh, you count 20 as adult. It doesn't have the word team in it, 16. Nah, still definitely child. 16, definitely child. 17 is like when you're almost an adult. Still kid though. Oh wait, crap. That means you're probably not gonna grow that much though. Because normally growth spurts happen a lot earlier, more like when you're 12, 13, 14. 15 you kind of grow a bit. Oh no. Think about it, 17, 18, 19, but not 20 teen. True that. I just consider 18 adult because that's when it's legal to drink and, oh, gamble. Stuff like that. Think about it, 17, 18, 19, but not 20 teen, yeah. Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. I mean, I guess so. I base it off of law, though, mainly. 21 is actually the age to drink and gamble. Not here, it ain't. Not in Canada. In Canada, it's 18. That's why, when Americans turn 18, they tend to drive to Canada so they can go drink and gamble all they want. Because while they can't do it in America, they can just, you know, drive over the border to party for their birthday. And drink to their heart's content. Hey, fun fact, the more you know, the more you know. It's actually a trope in some shows like that 70s show. Stuff like that. Whatever. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Well, Karma is going to bring up DL6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is a murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. Man. Well, but Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. No, he could have threw the gun. He could have fired off once, then nothing. He faints. The other guy, you know, sees Contra a bit long, grabs the gun, shoots him. Because dude looked like he got shot directly in the heckin' heart. Look at this. Look at the I think he was shot right there. Right there. Which is... Oh no, not directly his heart. I don't know, it seems too on-center, plus they were fighting. Plus if they were fighting, why would he end up like this? They were actually struggling. This guy was right here. And there's a bullet here. Dude did it. Fired, he became unconscious. Shot went here. And then they struggled. And then this guy actually does shoot him. And that's what happened. That's what happened. I get it. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Right. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Silly Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, no. I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. Oh. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived actually. Von Karma's in the record room. Nick, let's hurry. Probably gonna need to hurry. See that? He gets rid of evidence, we'll have a tricky darn time on our hands. He does such evidence. Department, here we go. Dusty as always. You were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here on Karma. Huh. One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says, unsolved cases evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick, the file for DL6 is completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Eek. What Karma? You. Yeah, the files. How do you know my name? Have we met? Well, what are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? Ahem, I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? Romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. I want to show him the paper. It feels like a very bad idea, but I might have to. I might have to show him the paper. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I have had a defense attorney last this long. Still, he will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I have heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it. You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun. For self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000... Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it. Usually. Now, give me the letter. No. No. Whoa, what are you? Nick, run. Ah. Maya, out of my way. He got us. The letter's gone, of course, and he took the DO6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya. Maya, open your eyes. Maya. The letter. Did he take it? Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or medium. I can't even call my sister, not even now. When we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Maya, there has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Oh no. Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet. DO6 incident, evidence number 7. Taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. DO6 bullets is stashed in a pocket. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Dude, so my head can say no, like, fair. Dude, I can... Bullcrap, man. That's a making bull, man. Stupid. December 28, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. This may be a shorter stream, by the way. We're finishing this today, and then I don't really think we're going to start another one. Yes, we're going to have a lot of talking tomorrow. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea? This is sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't punish him. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa. What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I should cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go inside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. We have pal. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Good night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He might not remember, but, well, karma convinced him. He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. That's a possibility, too. December 28, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Okay, come on. Don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was a murderer. Over. The caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Oh, no. You're gonna tell him, ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lived in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he currently lost his memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? Okay. The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Here we go. I left court. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Oh, man. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? Yes, know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Oh, man. Behavior. Body. The bear is clear ballistic markings, I'm really sorry about just yesterday, even like I did, but I wasn't running away. I'm not sure about that. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are. Okay. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well. Witness, please continue. Budgemot. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge, it's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. That's why it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question, but does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Most of these statements are lies. Order, order. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim, or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Of course, Your Honor. Ho ho. Now, this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name. Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident. figured the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisk. Na. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yana Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof, and allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Like, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yana Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yana Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Disc. Oh. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Well, why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? No fingerprints. You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Hey, yup. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No! Tisk. Well, what will you do now, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided. No, I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this is. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot. What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to, Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal. Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine this witness's parrot. Oh, great. Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Did you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game. Of heck, of course I do. Yes, I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma has rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Don't be kidding me, man. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Ahem. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, sir, testify for us. Who is your owner? Hello, Squawk. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well. Begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? We say his name. Polly. What's the name of your owner? I know what to do. Let me do it. Hello, Squawk. Here we go. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. No. Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to heck and do, man. I'm trying to heck and do it, but it's easier said than done. I'm just trying to say it. Witness, you can't just say hello and... Please, man. Well, I guess we should try to get some information. I know. Shut up. That's the name Polly. Here we go. There's evidence. Answers to the name Polly. Why can't I say it? The evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement. Okay, if it's you make it retarded, man, I swear, he knows exactly why, but isn't talking. You need to say its name. Hello, Squawk. Fine. Give me stupid word ever, fine. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Have we forgot? Oh. That's what I had to do, sure. I can't say it myself. Your name. Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? What? Don't get DL6, walk. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something. You forgot. Dude, please tell me they say it properly, man. Oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Tisk. Something the matter, Mr. Wright. Wait, don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Gotta be kidding. You can taunt the parrot. You can taunt the parrot. Speak. Yeah. Y'all be kidding me. This is stupid. This is like it's stupid. I talk to her. What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly. What's your name? Polly. What? Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Yeah. Of course, yeah. Yes, it does. Ah, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking this bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yana Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi, Your Honor. The proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Misty face, Nope, Mr. Wright. Oh, yeah, I get it. Oh well, if doesn't really do anything with that, no. Please only ask questions for change the matter at hand, very well. Continue your testimony, okay, there we go. Alright, try the other one then. Let's see. Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? That safe, why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe? 1228, 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha. Ridiculous. How could the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us the proof. You have 6 incident. This is when the statute of limitation runs out. The DO6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case, Mr. Wright? Where in this file is something relating to that safe number? Crap. I know it's here. It'd be in case summary, right? Case summary. It's on the case summary page. The case summary. Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah, he used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Bah, this is not tangible proof. I said my ATM card number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Very well, with this, you may continue. One more piece of evidence here, It's with the name. It's with the name. Holly. Witness, you can't just say hello. Yep. Well, we know. Oh, we've forgotten something that doesn't work. We know that much. What's it? No. Wrong one, I'm an idiot. My bad. Yeah, I'm gonna use my brain here. I need to rack my brain. Showing evidence ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna respond. Your name? Maybe I should get her to say name. Polly. What's your name? Polly. Mr. Wright. I think we've established that. Yeah. Of course, we're gonna need to find it out. Ha! Fascinating. You claim the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. And show us the proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking this? Listen, we're not here to answer. We're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker. The entity is, Oxygen, K. Edgeworth. Polly Jenkins, there it is. Crippy is trapped in an elevator with the Edgeworths. Memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. There it is. The DL6 case file. Yep. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is the proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. We're in this file. Is information correct connected to this name located, it's suspect data if I recall right. We're just gonna double check here because I don't want to mess it up. Yep. Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page is all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See? Indeed. It does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Yeah. A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Oh, that would be bad. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. Sure, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Man, he switched up quick. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Look, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Here we go. Order, order, Yanni Yogi. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond? I tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his deaths. Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. He won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who I'd sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Oh, wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Holy crap, he was really acting senile the entire time. Hell, that's commitment, aye. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Well, Karma, where's Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant Miles Edgeworth is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you were cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So, I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Hey. No, but now we have to deal with the other one. If we can even delay it a day, technically we'd be fine. That is all. This court is adjourned. Nope. What? No, wow. Really? That's it? There it is. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth. Your Honor, I object to your judgment. Well, what do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was a murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? I object. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Oh no, oh man. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. Heck. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare, and that's what I told myself. But now I know, it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Why are they pointing out? Like... Order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations run out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial. Right here. Right now. We tried this man for his crime 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. December 2, 20... Wait, if he fails this one, he's gonna fail 2 in a row. Well, Karma. December 28, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. I'm sorry, Wright. Just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad. I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. Not really. Self-defense is different, but whatever. This is crazy, just crazy. Or something accidental. Not. Nick, what are you doing, huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. Well, what are you talking about, Val? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. Well, what? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. December 28, 2:30 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. What's number 2? Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted to his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defendant do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DO6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? I can't really have one. No, Your Honor. On karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Man. Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. 1 moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. Oh. Until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, darn it. Make it stupid defendant. You have the right not to incriminate yourself if you're doing it. Well, I mean, it's guilty conscious, so it's kind of annoying, but whatever. Opposing Mr. Yogi. Argument. I'm gonna ask more. The gun fired once. Yes, I think. After I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. Scream. Well, one hit the window. I don't think he was standing up, right? All completed, no found. No clues found on the scene. But the third trap in the elevator turning, okay. Murder weapon was fired twice. Okay, there it is. Murder weapon was fired twice. I'll press it here for now. To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of the testimony clearly contradicts the evidence, but I don't know what it means. Better find out quick. Objection, Your Honor. This is clearly contradictory, because there were 2 gunshots here. Objection! Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream, then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. Nope. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony, yeah. Believe it was victim, but I'll double check here. Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Why would they? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Yes. Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. Oh no. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. Actually, there is. Because there's one in the heart, and then one had a bullet window, so you know there was two fired in the elevator. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot was... Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? I do actually here. I do. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma. Save your surprise, for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime. 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So, let me get this straight. This photo proves two shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. There's a judge, a contradiction in the photo. I don't know. That should be obvious. The contradiction is here. See, a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor. Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Oh, order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, two shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, you must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. But Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. Yep. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DO6 incident case file. Look closely. Right, the case summary page. The case summary, that's one page on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. Nah, wrong. The bullet wouldn't have been lodged in his heart. It was found lodged in his heart. Come on. Order, I'll have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Kama says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So all we have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. No, we weren't. Wrong, my heck, enough to nuts. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. When you said you'd do it, Nick, you said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. You said, we don't need to find the second bullet. We just need to prove he has a bullet didn't go through, right? You said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I saw that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought it won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now... How would he have known about the DO6 incident? Unless he may have saw it. What if he did it? What if Van Karma did the shot? Well, but now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Nope. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father. No, that was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? Me! I've been here before. Just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright. I got a bloody objection. Your Honor, man, I got my giving that easy. I have an objection. Your Honor. I object. I object. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oof. Nick, I don't know. This case is perfect. No. It must exist. The second bullet. Well, what? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed. What? Well, we've just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm pretty grasping here. It is just, someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. Oh. The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? The murderer had to find it, yeah. The murderer had to find it. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. What possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the second scene... The reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with him is... The murderer was cautious. The bullet would be proof. The bullet would be proof. What? Doesn't work. Fine. The murderer had to find it. Of course. The murderer was cautious. Well, the murderer was a very cautious... well, the murderer was a very cautious sort, you see. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet. Oh. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh. Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to put... Wait, was I right the first time? Wait, was I right the first time? The murderer had to find it. The bullet would be proof, yeah. Maybe it had different... It would have a different gunfire maybe possibly on it. A gun, fingerprint or whatever it's called. Different ballistic or whatever. Or maybe they saw that the bullet would be used as proof. It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. Oh. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh. Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright. No! Fine, so neither work. The murderer didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Urk. He had to take it. He had to take it. The murderer, what does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? It's his obsession. It was his obsession. Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer. It's just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know. Oh, wow. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head. But what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer himself was shot. And they left with the second bullet still inside of them. Thus leaving only 1 bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's the problem with that. The other 2 people rescued from that elevator. Al Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The 2 men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges in the bullet. The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you were truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. Aha. Stick everything, just throw everything at the wall. What are you saying? Deny it, deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. I get it. What if Von Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean, it could only mean one thing. He was a murderer in the DL6 incident. He was a man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man, something wrong, Mr. Wright. You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh, should I come out and say it now? Here, say it now. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One known suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? Or my hands are shaking. What? Von Karma. Von Karma. You mean, the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there. You don't object. I see no need. My honor, this ridiculous outburst was my objection. My honor, this ridiculous outburst was my objection. Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no. Where did I go under the knife? Add Mr. Wright. Bring the doctor that operated on me, have him testify. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth. I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect, he wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull out bullets out of you. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. He left it in. Wait, what does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? What's impossible to prove because if you, then you. Impossible to prove. It would be impossible to find the doctor who operated on Von Karma now. Even if Von Karma did undergo surgery, it seems you'll finally come to your senses. You've realized the truth. You can't prove something that didn't happen. Urgh, Nick, the court record. There must be something. The court record, what could be there? There's no time. I'd better think on it as I go. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how much you like it so. What? The evidence that proved Von Karma was shot is... crap. The murderer wasn't fired twice. Trail was his son. You gotta find it here. What thing am I looking for here? Still bears clear ballistic markings, Wanna get safe here. That doesn't help me here. An old photograph, Exhibit A, is written on the back. We can use this if we have the bullet. Let's try this here. What exactly is that? Or sorry, the judge, if you would. I need to find hidden evidence here, man. Fine, I gotta. Show evidence, fine. Alright, Montgomery, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Montgomery was shot is... What the fudge am I supposed to find here? There's no clues found on the scene. To the one. Trapped in the elevator, returning from my lost trial with son. Edgeworth's memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. They keep saying court record. I don't see no I can say get the court record. Thanks, we could use victim data possibly here. What exactly is that? Sorry. I gotta show again evidence for this crap, man. Getting evidence for this crap. Not that, not that. These are the only things we have. Quite a few times, yeah. The absolute heck am I looking for here, man? And who got evidence that Bonnick and Karma was shot? What the heck are they on about, man? I'm looking around like I don't get it. Oh, man. Right, penalty. Oh man. I'm really not sure how I've managed to make it this far. That's right, please reconsider your evidence. Yes, Your Honor. What the heck am I looking for? Bro, what the fudge am I looking for? Man, I'm looking around on it. I don't see nothing. There's this here. Nope. Possible to prove. Let's see here, It'd be impossible to find the doctor who operated. It seems you finally come to your senses. Nope. Or, Nick, the court record. There must be something. The court record, what's being there? Ah, there's no time. I'd better think on it as I go. Right, Von Karma, I'll prove it. I even use evidence. I know you might like, oh, so much. This is the court evidence here. Oh, fudge, man, nothing's here. I did this one, didn't work. Wait, I can use it here. Can I use it here? Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. Wait, I was wondering, like, wait, can I actually use it here? So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean. I got my I do. That works, sure. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Actually, yeah. They usually leave in mullets if they don't actually cause too much damage anyways. Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Oh. I refused. You refuse. What refusing this means? You acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Ah. Aha. Order. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Oh. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. Can't. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know. But we have to give it a shot. Every day we do it. Beep. It reacted. Something inside his right shoulder. A bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen. And so, I remained silent. Darn it, you better have another heckin' alibi. Alibi after heckin' alibi. I need to think more out of box that time, eh? But not. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. Ah. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But we can prove it. But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Proof. I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Wright. Well, can you prove it? I can. Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course you can. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. I have proof. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. I have proof. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. That's a bullet. Where did you get that? Yeah. This is the bullet used in the DO6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? Yep, fingerprints. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. I knew it would come back here. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate, haha. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is a bullet buried in your shoulder. We can analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings match, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma. Whoa. Oh. 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 Yeah. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. Hey. Whoa. I was gonna say it. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. On Karma, it was you who screamed. Aha. Hey. Mr. Von Karma. Whoa. Edgeworth, only you would dare defy me. No, it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you. I'll bury you. I'll bury you. Yes, I think it was 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! Aha. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me, penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. There it is. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. Tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Hey. That is all. This court is adjourned. Doesn't he have to get done? The other guy got to get tried. Or is it kind of a problem? Or whatever. December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? But Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. Yeah, it was pretty close though. I was sure we had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah. I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try it. Try, thank you. I see. Thank you, right. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. This is sorry. Sorry. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You've got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. He's got you there. Whoop. Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop. I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth. Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank you all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start. Of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you going to do now, Lotta? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad, huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Well, why is the sad face? Larry, what happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Keon's. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy. There you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Boots, you come along tonight too, my treat, pal. Oh, thanks, looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, now it's not police talk for prison food, right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah. That's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? It's $38, right? Oh. Was it Larry? Huh. What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick, wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? 38? No. No, Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Oh, Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off. He was bored, so he came to school anyway. Oh, they stole the money? Heck. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the boots. I know. Really right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick. It's 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. What does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you did. Because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily too. That's for both of you. Man, if only I had known, I'd have become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney. After all, Edgeworth. Want to switch right? Hey y'all, line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. And after that, dinner on me, haha. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town. Wait, no. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Oh. December 29th, 5:02 a.m. Right in co-law offices, here we go. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Oh, it's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Maya's gone. Good morning, Nick. She's going to train, right? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you. It made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium. In training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Okay, well, guess we're alone. Goodbye. What time is it? The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. Hold on. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick, Maya. So, you're leaving. Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And, I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Hold it! Oh, wow, sure, yeah. Oh, wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end, when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Well, I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? I didn't do evidence? I gotta do evidence. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. Ah. Oh. This are Nick. I guess I don't understand. Oh, now the thing about I don't... No, she was the one who was talking to the bird. She's the one who talked to the bird. Whatever, fine. Evidence. Show them... Oh, actually, this one's a better one. A bullet. When Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was a bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. She up two ways, more than one. Dot. I'll be back soon. Oh, I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Oh, see you soon, Maya. Yeah. Oh, guess she gets going. Thanks, Nick. Well, it would appear we finished the case, eh? We finished the case, so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. This is the last episode, I'm guessing. Or yes, Your Honor. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Part 2's next, right? We did it. Now how do I leave? Oh, never mind. Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Not too strange. Well, there are not too many people who worked on it, right? Probably not. Huh, Nick? Nah, haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you'd call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in the Y right now, yeah. Oh, great. Perfect. Ooh, right. Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Yeah, sure. I mean, you were the first trial. You were kind of the tutorial, kind of. Main programming, Noriyuki Otani. Sure. Butler, Phoenix Wright. Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know. I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. There's a lot of gonna be here. And Grossberg. Here it is. Ahem. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Ah, yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon. See. Oh, old bag. Yeah, Phoenix Wright. Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that they're on TV, everything on these days, everything I'm supposed to know? I can't read too darn fast, man. I like to read stuff, but I can't when they do stuff like that. Oh yeah, Maya still has to talk as well, I'm pretty sure. But I'm pretty sure Maya's the one who's asking questions here. Powers, you should remember me. I'm pleased to announce that Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. I knew he'd remember me. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know. Publicity. What thing is publicity? I don't know what that is, man. Advertising, maybe? Oh, her. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It's like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She said she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at? She's living at anyway. Where the heck are they? Wait, who the heck is this person? Because it's not Phoenix Wright, I can tell you that. Right, who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? What? You know, I snuck into the studios the other day. And I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. Oh, he actually is playing the Pink Princess? Wow. Normally I'd skip, but I can't because there's this stuff, man. A lot of heart, here we are. Yeah, I remember right, that lawyer guy. Oh, me. I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. What? You know, that picture I took of everyone. Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's a talent. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Guessing Mia. Mia or Edgeworth's father, one of the two. Probably Mia though. You can show me the photo at the end. Oh, no, it is Mia. There we go. Victory! I knew Mia would be there. Capcom, and there we go. Turnabout goodbyes. Clear episode 4. What? Brand new episode has been added. Whoa. No! No! Well guys, we're gonna call it here today. I'm saving that multi-foring here, that's what I'm doing. I'm not multi-foring yet. No multi-foring! Multi-foring! Listen guys, peace out and have a good one. Goodbye. I'm not spoiling myself yet. No, goodbye. Hope you all have a good one. Goodbye.